Welcome to the Fresh Patch Podcast, where we talk about everything from dog training to potty talk. It's time to save your rugs and get real. This episode is brought to you by Fresh Patch, featured on Shark Tank, Oprah, and The Today Show. And here are your hosts, Drew and Gabe.
Welcome, everybody, to the Potty Talk podcast presented by Fresh Patch. My name is Drew, aka Andrew, marketing director here at Fresh Patch, with my super cool co-host, Gabe. And then we also have a very lovely guest today, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself.
Hello, I'm Vanessa, and I'm the founder of Dogs Only Social Club.
We'll have her social media handles tagged up at the bottom in the video and stuff, so make sure to give her a follow and everything. But thank you for joining. We really appreciate you, and nice to meet you as well. I know Adriana, our social media manager, has been the main point of contact for you, but we really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us, and let's get to know you a little bit, learn about Dogs Only Social Club. We got some questions lined up, and Gabe, if you want to take it away.
Tell us a little bit more about yourself and Dogs Only Social Club.
Yeah, of course, and very happy to be on. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Dogs Only Social Club, we basically put on purpose-driven series of dog-friendly pop-ups around LA, which are as much about community as they are of the cute pups getting together. Curated events like pack hikes, themed socials, and doggy meetups that bring dog lovers and local businesses and rescue orgs together. We launched about 4.5 months ago and have already held, I think, around 20 events so far. So have been very busy.
Very cool.
And about me personally, I'm half Thai, half Swiss, but I grew up in Australia. And I moved to LA 7 years ago after living in London. So my accent's a little bit confused, I must say. And I've always kind of lived away from my family and friends for a while since I've moved to different countries. So always kind of leaned on community and making new friends. And Dogs Only Social Club has been like a really fun and meaningful way to do that.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I always say like working here, it's so cool because like I feel like dogs are like the ultimate uniter of people or like the ultimate icebreaker. So I think that's really cool, like what you're doing. And people who have dogs who are looking for friends, it's an awesome thing to take a part of. So
yeah, it's a really special way for people to connect over their dogs for sure.
absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah. And the accent too, we were talking about that. We're like, is it Australian? Is it British? Like, so being from London too, that makes a lot of sense. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it nice and intertwined right now.
Yeah, but no American twang in there yet, I don't think.
Not yet.
Coming soon.
Yep. You've only been here 7 years. Give it 10 and moving along. What inspired you to start Dogs Only Social Club?
Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to build a community that I wish existed for me and my dog. So during COVID, I started fostering and I ended up foster failing my fourth foster dog, which his name was Cotton. He was a 100-pound Great Pyrenees. I didn't even know what a Great Pyrenees was at that time. And they were like, can you foster this 100-pound dog? And I looked up Great Pyrenees, I remember, and I was like, oh my gosh, is this dog going to fit in my studio apartment? But turns out they're like really sleepy and very gentle and loving. And but since he's passed away since, but he is the logo mascot for Dogs Only Social Club and the inspiration behind the community. And just learning through Cotton and how friendly he was, and he kind of helped me really connect with strangers during our walks, especially during the time of COVID where it was super isolating, and realized how it was easy to bond with people just through my dog.
Oh yeah.
So that was like a huge thing. And then I'm also a foodie and I love discovering cool spots around LA, and wanted to create like experiences that people could explore the city, but with their pup on their side as well, and doing something good in the process. So I took a sabbatical from my corporate job about 6 months ago and started volunteering at the shelter. And I wanted to do something to help the dogs there as well. So then I kind of thought of Dogs Only Social Club, which naturally grew into a blend of like lifestyle, animal welfare awareness, and real life connection.
That's really cool. I know we're both 100-pound dog owners too. So
Yeah.
like,
Oh, no way.
yeah, we're all about the big dog life. I have my guy sitting over here, so maybe he'll pop in at
Aw.
some
Off
point.
camera,
But
yeah. Mine's at home today. He had a little injury, so he's at home
Oh,
with a cone on, sadly. But he's also a failed foster. My
oh,
dog.
really?
Yeah. Oh, it was you. You said four. I was one and done. Like we, it was not good. Like, well, it was great. Like it was a match made in heaven, pretty much. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was so tough. We got him, and it was like we had him forever. Maybe we were like felt like we were picking him up from vacation or something, And yeah, I don't know how people actually stay true to fostering because it's tough. Like I'm like, oh, this one's really cool. I'll keep him. So
Yeah, yeah. No,
that's cool.
it's the best way to do it though. It's like a try, make sure that they fit in with you and you fit in with them.
Yep,
So
exactly. And one and done for me. So, but really cool. And sorry, for your loss too. And you said
yeah,
Cotton was the name, right?
yes,
Cotton.
cotton.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's cute. That's so cute. Cool. Yeah, I think
oh
next one
yeah.
to you. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So you had mentioned like briefly about volunteering with shelters.
Yeah.
That's something that like, we work with a lot of shelters too. Like, that's a super cool thing to do, to help some of the dogs out. So how long have you been doing that? Have you always been kind of involved in the shelter community or?
Yeah, so I started off fostering first, and
Hmm.
I'm actually onto my 19th foster dog now that I
Wow.
passed for. So I've
Wow.
been doing
That's
it with a
impressive.
bunch of different rescues in LA, like Hollywood Huskies, Second Chances Pet Rescue. Um, but I never actually volunteered at a shelter. So once I took my sabbatical, I started doing the training to get into as being a volunteer, and I started volunteering at Baldwin Park Animal Care Center mid last year, I would say. Um, and I chose Baldwin Park because it's my closest county shelter. And like many other county shelters, it's like very under-resourced and overwhelmed. So being able to take the dogs out of their kennels and like advocating for the really long stay pups to help them get seen and avoid euthanasia because county shelters do euthanize keeps me grounded in the bigger mission. And it's everyone always says like, how do you do this? It's like so heartbreaking, and it is. And I'm a pretty sensitive person
Yeah.
too. But I think just keeping like the bigger goal in mind is that you're helping the pups, and
Mhm.
the county shelters anyway also offer like therapy sessions too, which really helps too. So
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
nice. Yeah,
mhm.
that's really good. Yeah, it is a lot. I mean, dealing, it's like you said, looking at the bigger picture always helps too. It's like, okay, without your help, what you're doing now, that's
Yeah.
one less person to,
Yeah.
try to make a difference and stuff. So,
Hmm.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And like you kind of learn to be strong with the fostering too, I think by now. If I see them go with their adoptive parents and like they look happy, then I'm like, okay, that's great. And
That's a
I
Yeah.
feel
huge
good.
win.
And then, yeah, and I usually offer anyone that adopts one of my foster dogs free dog sitting for life.
Oh,
So that way I
wow.
can see them again as well.
Oh,
That's so
that's such a
that's
good way.
perfect.
Yeah.
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 Dang, okay. If I ever foster, I'll probably have to do that too, because I'm like you guys, like I would just get too attached. But
Yeah.
have you always been a dog person? Did you grow up with dogs?
Yes, I didn't have a dog when I was growing up in Australia, but my grandma in Thailand also had dogs.
Oh,
And
cool.
so we would visit her every year, and she also actually had a monkey, a gibbon.
Whoa.
So we she pulled the gibbon was being used as like a tourist attraction, and
Oh,
she like saved her, and she just came and lived with us. And so I grew up with a gibbon at home
that's so
too, and
cool.
she was too used to humans, so she couldn't go back to the wild or like be rehabbed. So she stayed with us. So yeah, I've always loved animals. Grew up with like the coolest animals, and I actually one of my favorite children's movies was 101 Dalmatians. So my grandma in Thailand got
Oh,
me a Dalmatian as well. But
Oh,
wow.
Western dogs don't really last as long in Thailand because like it's the stray dogs that have hard stomachs that last much longer. So
Mm.
yeah, but yeah. So I grew up
makes
with
sense.
dogs like at my grandma's house, but not in Australia just because we traveled so much as well.
Gotcha. That's super cool, man. It's like my life goal to have a pet monkey one day. Like hopefully hopefully it's a situation like yours to where like, they're not able to be reintroduced to the wild, but
Yeah.
hopefully one day I'll
Yeah.
get that
Yeah.
experience because man, that's so awesome.
Is that allowed
Yeah.
around here? I don't even know. Is that is that legal in the US to have
I
a
don't think so.
gibbon? Yeah,
I don't think
Man,
so.
gotta go to Australia, bud.
I might have to or Thailand.
Yep, there you
Yeah,
go.
Thailand. Yep.
Yep. That's so funny. That's so cool. So did like Would it just, you said it was super used to humans? Like it was just,
Yes,
was it like a
she was.
cuddler and stuff? Like you would hold it?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Oh
so
my gosh,
cool.
she was like a human. Like I would go in, it was so funny. I would go in with two jelly things, like one for her, one for me. And she would grab my hand, she would bite it light enough that I would let go of the jelly, and she would snatch the jelly out of my hand. And I remember just crying out of shock. She didn't bite me hard, but I was just
Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah.
And then she felt like you could see she felt so guilty. And she was like saying sorry, and she would do stuff like she would go through my hair to find like ticks and stuff, which is what
Yeah.
they
Um,
Just doing
do
monkey
well.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
man,
exactly. But yeah, they're like humans. It's crazy how smart
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's incredible.
that's
Yeah.
so cool. Yeah, no, I was gonna say like when I was a kid, we went to Mexico like on a family vacation, and they had like a monkey exhibit, and it was kind of like in a jungle kind of exhibit, so there were like trees and stuff. So we
Mhm.
were walking through, and one of the monkeys jumped on top of my head, like literally like feet on my shoulders, and started like grooming me, and I was like,
Yeah.
that experience always stuck with me. So maybe that's
That
why.
means they like you. You're like part of their family.
Mm-hmm.
That's
There
awesome.
you
That's
go.
cool. That gives me hope for the future then.
I know you kind of touched on this already with Cotton, but clearly you do a lot with dogs, Dogs Only
Yeah.
Social Club. Do you currently have a dog or are you just fostering still?
Yeah, so since Cotton, I couldn't get another dog myself again. I was like so heartbroken. But
Hmm.
my partner moved in with me last year. So I inherited a very sweet, sassy stepdaughter, and her name's
Oh,
Bailey. She's a 4-year-old Australian Kelpie mix.
oh
She's
Oh.
wow.
very vocal and protective. And in true cattle dog fashion, she's like the fun police, we call her. So she doesn't always get to attend my events, only the ones that are like quite spread out because she gets very protective of me, like saying hi to everyone and
Yep.
everything like that. But she is learning and she's learning to relax and be more social, which is what these events are about too. I wanted to like create a space where people could bring their pups and like practice socializing in like a safe space that's not like a wild dog park kind of thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I usually bring at least whoever I'm fostering to the events because it's a great way for them to get exposure and like meet potential adopters as well. So
Hmm.
it's either Bailey or my foster, and it depends if my partner comes too, because then he can help hold her, and I'm like busy doing everything else.
Yeah. For,
Totally.
for sure. No,
Yeah.
that's a good way. I love that take on it is like, using it as a way to socialize dogs without,
Yes.
because people are I'm against dog parks and just like, let's just go
Yeah,
to a random dog park and let my dog off the leash and, oh wow, look at they're fighting. Who would have thought, like,
exactly.
you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Versus like actually training them to be in situations like that. There's other dogs, we're on a leash, like, know your boundaries and stuff. And yeah, that's really cool that you have that take on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. When I see someone bring like a new puppy and because they would like they just want to try and socialize them, I'm like, yes, do that. Like
Hmm.
this is the exact thing you should do.
Yep,
Yeah. Mhm.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I could speak from personal experience. Like my dog has always had trouble like socializing. Like I mentioned, like he's really big dog, so a lot of
Mhm.
dogs get intimidated and like he's always had trouble. I started bringing him to work and we have a lot of office dogs here, so he's kind of had the chance to like be around other dogs and like get used to like, being around dogs, and it's helped him so much. So
Yeah. Yeah,
that's a really cool
it's
thing.
super helpful just getting them socialized.
Yeah, exactly. It's so funny too because my dog is what we all get to bring our dogs to the office, which is so cool.
Huge
So
perk.
good.
Yeah, huge perk. And sometimes they get like our dogs are huge and like they'll get trapped in the hallway together and like they kind of get a little frustrated because they get all
Yeah.
twisted up and stuff. But it's so crazy to see. Like it's like a night and day difference. I take my dog out in public and just on a walk and he sees another dog and he's going ballistic and stuff. And then when he's here, they're all off leash the entire
Yeah.
day. They just do their own thing and hang out with each other.
Never have an issue.
Never have an
Yeah.
issue. Yeah, like I said,
So
unless they get
good.
twisted up in the hallway. But other than that, like so it's really interesting and kind of goes what you were saying. Like if you are persistent, you get on a kind of a schedule. If you're maybe going to the
Mhm.
dog zone, your events and stuff, it's like the dog's gonna get familiar. It's gonna get used to it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and get like my dog is fine now coming to work. He's off the leash. He's whatever outside. I've never been here before, so a little more on edge and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's really cool. So maybe we'll have to
Yeah.
go to an
Yeah,
event.
you'll have to venture into LA.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you find that like maybe like dogs that have come to like a couple of different events, like they make friends, and they recognize each
Yes.
other. Yeah.
Yeah. Even Bailey, she
Yeah.
like recognizes some of our regulars for sure. And like some of them, she used to bark at them a lot and now she doesn't at all.
That's
So yeah.
awesome.
And then like yeah, the attendees, the dogs know each other for the regulars. So yeah, it's really nice seeing that.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's so good for them too. And
Yes.
wow, yeah, you're doing a great thing with those events.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Mhm.
So speaking of your events, what are some upcoming events for you? I know there will be some fresh patch grass at certain, the events that we can have it at. So tell us a
Yeah.
little bit more about some upcoming events.
Yeah, we've got a packed schedule coming up. We do it like monthly pack hikes together, and so the next one is this Saturday. And I usually get a local dog walking company to help lead that. So we've got Fit Pals LA leading that for us this Saturday in downtown LA, and then next Sunday we're taking over 33 Taps in Silver Lake, which is a
Oh,
bar.
cool.
We're doing our Drafts and Dogs event there, and it's a fundraiser support for LA Animal Rescue. So that'll be a fun
Nice.
one as well. And then in August, we're popping up at Secret Pizza, which is kind of a special one because Cotton and I used to walk to Secret Pizza when he was serving outside of his house in Los Feliz. But now he actually has a shop in El Sereno. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so we're doing a pepperoni party there in their patio, and Fresh Patch will be there with us at that
Ooh.
one. And then we're also hosting one called Sarah Mutt Social, which is at a pottery place, Bauer Pottery in Frogtown.
Mhm.
And it'll be like a morning of pottery. We'll have some group training there as well, and a bunch of local vendors. And then the guests will receive a free ceramic dog bowl, which they're so awesome. They're like the nicest dog bowls from Bauer, and then
Uh-huh.
also free Oatly coffee if they just do a small donation, buying something off the Baldwin Park Animal Care Centre wish list. And the fresh patch grass will be there also. So yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, a
That one's
bunch of
so
different.
that one's so cool that when I was taking a look at it too, the ceramics, like that's just a different, avenue that you don't see, and you get to bring your dog. It's a nice activity for the human and your dog as well. So that's really cool.
Yeah,
You guys are very creative with your events.
yeah, it's been great. And it's also on the edge of the LA River too, which I
Oh,
don't know if
wow.
people know about Frogtown, but it's such a like a hidden gem where you can walk along the river. Like it's a really nice walking route. So yeah, it's a really cool spot.
Wow. No, yeah, I don't think I've ever. Have you heard of that? No.
I've never been. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I've heard
yeah,
of it before, but
yeah,
I didn't know that there was
yeah. That's
outlets to walk around along
hmm
the river.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
that's
yeah, it's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, and then the pizza good. Obviously, you're
Yeah.
a familiar customer, so
Yeah, it's new Jersey style pizza. It's really
nice.
great.
Ooh.
And they
Oh
are
yeah,
big dog lovers there too. So
Oh,
I'm excited
amazing.
to do something with them.
a double whammy.
That's awesome. You know what's funny is we just got pizza for lunch today,
hmm
and I brought my dog with me, and they made me put him back in the car. So,
Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
I know.
yeah.
They
I was
won't
so
do that
bummed.
at Secret Pizza.
Yeah, yeah, and I was actually kind of surprised about that
Yeah.
because like usually, and we were getting it to go too. Like we were just
Hmm.
in there to order, and then we are just
Yeah.
like, well, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, you can have dogs,
I,
which
br-
is
I bring him everywhere.
yeah.
There's usually never an
Maybe it's
issue.
just that
So,
location because they don't have a patio and stuff. Because I've taken mine
Mm.
to. There's multiple of the same pizza place in our county. There's a few
Uh-huh.
locations and stuff. So, but yeah, that was weird. I forgot to talk to you about that, but
yeah.
whatever. We got what was the pizza place called again?
Secret Pizza.
Secret.
Secret
Not a secret
pizza.
Yeah.
anymore.
No, it's
Not a
not.
secret
The
anymore.
secret is out.
The secret.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And yeah, like I said, very creative events you guys do. It's really cool. When I was scrolling through them when we first connected, I was like, wow, this is just, different and like, engaging. It draws the attention of people, to get out and do something fun, with
Yeah, I like to
Mhm.
like do something that, yeah, that's different basically
Mhm.
and brings people to like cool spots that I know about and I love, and also know that they love dogs too. So
Yep.
just like bringing people to explore things that they can do differently with their dogs.
Is there any place on your radar though that you're hoping to have an event at and or with as well?
Mhm.
I'll add that in there. Yeah.
I think I think my dream or like a really cool collab would be with the Dodgers Stadium for one of their Pups in the Park days. Yeah, because it'd be such a cool experience. And yeah, it's such a LA thing too when I think about LA. And if
Mhm.
I have visitors come, like I love taking them to Dodgers games. So
Yeah.
yeah, that would be awesome to collab
Hmm.
with them.
Yeah. Are you a big Dodger fan?
I am. Yep. It was
Ooh.
like the first baseball team I've ever gone to and seen
Oh,
live. So
nice.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a
Mhm.
born and raised diehard Dodger fan. So
I'm more of
uh,
a Lakers fan, but I do support the Dodgers very
mhm.
much as well. So
We love our LA sports
yes, we
teams,
do.
but yeah, cool. I don't know. Did you attend Pups in the Park this year?
No, I didn't. It
You
was
did.
actually it's super hard to get tickets.
That's
Like
what
they
It's
we're
sell out
hearing. Yeah.
really
They
quick.
sell out in like
Yeah.
2 minutes. It's
Hmm.
crazy. Like,
Yeah.
and we can't even find it. Like,
Yeah.
we got connected, thankfully. This was our second season, providing grass for it. So,
Oh, so
um, yeah, super cool. So we have our biggest size, the XL grass, like spread out throughout the whole that portion of the stadium where all the dogs are at and stuff. So,
hmm
and it's such a cool event. Like this year was a little
Yeah.
hot, I will
It
say.
was hot.
That's the only thing. A lot of people, I was talking to like our rep from Dodger Stadium, and we're like, what about night games? Like, why don't you just do it during the
Mm,
night, and stuff?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
there's just like logistical things that they said they
Okay.
can't really do it at night and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I looked like Rudolph the whole next week because my nose was so red and sunburned.
Oh my God.
yeah, but I know we always struggle finding because last year when we did it for the first time, we're like, okay, like I didn't know the Dodgers. I've heard of Pups in the Park from other teams and stuff, but I didn't know the
Yeah.
Dodgers did it because
Yeah.
obviously it's so hard to find. And
Yeah.
we got invited or connected and stuff, and I was like, well, they actually have one. And then we try to look for tickets, and it's so hard. Like they
It's
don't
really hard.
advertise it at all. Like
Yeah.
if you know, you know. And everyone this year was like, yeah, they sell in like 2 minutes. Like you
Yeah.
really got to
Crazy.
be on that newsletter or open that link as soon as it's sent and like get them, which is because I think
Yeah.
this year 700 dogs were there. So
Oh my gosh, so cool.
yeah,
Yeah, I saw a bunch of people. I only knew about it afterwards because a bunch of people were like, hey, does anyone have a ticket to this? And I was like, oh, I missed it. Like I didn't
yeah,
even see that it was coming out. But they also do the same thing in San Francisco too.
yep,
Oh, cool.
The Giants.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep, San Francisco Giants do it, the
Yeah.
rivals,
Yeah.
and
He's like, "Boo."
yeah, and there are other ones down south, the Padres, because
Uh,
their stadium's Petco Park, so Petco
yeah.
owns their
That
stadium
makes
and stuff,
sense.
and obviously you got to do a Pups in the Park if you're Petco
Yeah.
Park, you know what I mean? So I think they have multiple threats. I know the Dodgers only have one, but Giants and Padres, I'm pretty sure have multiple, and then you can go on the other 30 MLB teams have it, a lot of people have it. So we got our foot in the door with Dodgers, and now it's like, okay, we want to try to reach out to these other teams as well and see if they're interested, and because it
Yeah.
helps so much. Like, I mean, it was pretty nasty, to be honest with you, to like, because we place them all out, all the fresh patches, and
Mhm.
then we
Yeah.
pick them up to dispose of them. That's kind of the deal, and gloves are on,
Yeah.
like, and those things get used, like,
I
for sure.
bet.
Oh
Like
man.
it
Yeah,
it's
we had a dolly full of them and we like took like the service elevator down and the doors closed and we're just like,
Oh
"Oh my God."
yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I can't imagine with the 700 dogs. I mean, we have your extra large patches at our events and
yeah,
they get really used already.
Mhm.
And we
yeah,
have like 80 um dogs that join our events. So,
yeah.
yeah.
So there you go. I know, just do the math and the numbers right there, like 80 to 7. Yeah, you can imagine. But I know I always try to convince them for more grass. They say no, but whatever. That's on the Dodgers. But
Maybe they'll see this podcast
yeah,
and,
well, you need more grass.
yeah. Also
Yeah.
bring Dogs Only Social Club
Yes,
next time.
Dogs Only
Yeah,
Social Club is interested. At least get her some tickets,
Yeah.
Dodgers. But
please.
yeah, I could put in a good word for you. I honestly, like, I know for a fact though it's not set in stone for next year though, because
Oh, really?
we don't have a sponsor for it.
Oh,
The contract of the current one, Tavo. I don't know if you've heard of
yes.
Tavo. Yeah, the
hmm
strollers and car seats. They only had a 2-year contract, so it's
Oh,
up. But we can talk later. It's very expensive. Um,
I bet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. No, that's super fun. I mean, I would love for, like I said, I can connect with our rep and see if we can at least get you tickets, if you can't,
That'd be
be a part of
awesome.
it in some way, but I'm sure they'd be open to, maybe doing something how we do, or if you're there or whatever. But
Yeah.
that's really awesome. Yeah, that's definitely a bucket list. Good bucket list event right there. Is
Oh
there
yeah.
anything else? Any others that have caught your
Um,
eye, or?
I think that's the main one. That's
Mhm.
like my high goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
hmm
good one. That's
Oh
a good
yeah.
goal to
And
have.
yeah. And then one actually one extra one, which is I eventually dreamed of having like a wine bar dog park,
Ooh,
and that would be like a dogs only social club like location.
Yeah.
Yeah,
headquarters.
Mhm.
yeah, but I want it to be super open and inclusive, so like anyone can just come for a wine and your dog can be like off leash as well. But yeah, that's also a dream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so awesome. I think that's a bigger thing on like the East Coast. Like that's a growing thing is like these dog bars. We've actually connected with a
Yeah,
couple of them and like are excited to start working with it or working with
yeah,
them. So like if that, ever happens with you, like let us know. We'll get you some
yeah,
grass and
Yeah.
everything you need.
Designated
yeah,
potty spot
Oh yeah.
at the
yeah.
wine bar. The
The
dog
dogs
only.
always need that.
Yep, exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Maybe you should have you ever reached out to like wineries? And I feel like some wineries in the state would
Yeah,
actually be open to like partnering on something
yeah,
like
so
that,
that's how like yeah, I've partnered with a bunch of wine bars in
Mhm.
LA. So
Gotcha.
Angelino Wine and then Little Ripper as well. They're also Australian. So
Nice.
I've been able, they're like usually like some of my favorite events because I
Mhm.
love wine and then it's like wine and dogs together. It's like perfect. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I've been doing it so far, is just partnering with wine bars that have the space for it.
Nice. But your dream is
Yeah.
what you're saying is like having your like owning your own, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd
and
be
then
so
having
cool.
that off leash like
Yeah.
Yeah.
area that you
Yep.
could
Oh,
just
that'd be
sit and
awesome.
like them they can just be off leash.
Switch that wine around and I'd
Yeah.
attend. That sounds like a
I was
great
about
time.
to say, like, I will be there.
I'm a wine
Whatever.
guy, you know. So oh well, best of luck. Hopefully that is in your
Thank
future. That would be
you.
really, really cool. Cool. I think
Absolutely.
we got it's
Yeah.
on to you. We
Yes.
started rambling there a little bit,
So
but
what has been the best part of, hosting these events and like bringing all these dogs and their owners together and all of that?
I think, yeah, without a doubt, it'd be the best part is just like watching the strangers connect over their dogs and like making friends with each other because their dogs are becoming friends. That's just like the best part when I'm just hovering around taking my content of the event and I just see all these attendees that don't know each other just chatting. Um, I love seeing that. And then like seeing foster pups that come like meet other dogs and like potential adopters. That's a great part as well. And we also highlight like a pet of the week in our newsletter every week. And whenever someone even like asks about one of the pets that I put in there, I'm like, oh, it's like getting out there, you know. So that's a good part. And then yeah, and then just seeing the outpouring of support from the community of like the fundraisers and buying my merch because part of the proceeds from the merch goes to Baldwin Park Animal Care Centre as well. And
nice.
like the group of people that support are just so lovely, and the people that come to the events are just so nice. So I think that's like definitely the best part.
That's awesome. I mean, we had talked about before we started the episode how cool your guys' merch is. It's honestly really really awesome and like I'm already got the wheels turning of like how I'm gonna pick some up. So to all
Yeah,
the viewers out there, check it out. Is it on your website?
it's on the website, but we're only selling them at in person at events.
Gotcha.
So you can have a look what there is on the website, and then come join an event and pick up some merch as well.
Very cool.
There you go. So you heard it here first.
Hmm.
Get to a dogs only social club event. If I can see in our future partnership too, partnering together is
Yeah.
some fresh patch dog only social club merch collabs
Yeah,
too. I mean, we got the
Absolutely.
greens,
Yeah.
so
exactly.
take it.
Matching green.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, like she said, get out to an event, everybody. Obviously, you've just heard she puts a lot of effort into these events. It means a lot to her, and she's doing a great thing for the dog community. So get out there, get to a dogs only social club event, maybe the ones that Fresh Patch are at, all of them, whatever you feel, and grab some merch. Support Vanessa any way you can. So,
Meet them
Yeah.
dog lovers,
meet
you
the
know?
dogs. Yeah, get social.
Yeah.
It's even like you don't even have to have a dog. A lot of people ask me like, "Oh, I don't have a dog. Like, can I come?" Like, yes, it's just like for any dog lovers, like
Mhm.
come because there's usually foster dogs there too. So you
Yep.
might meet your future daughter or son, and all of our events are free, and like we welcome all like pups of different shapes and sizes. Even if they like still need to learn good behavior, they can come too and practice. But
hmm
yeah, I've been trying to host them around different spots around LA to be super inclusive. So
Yeah.
hopefully it'll come near you, but we're
Yeah.
all over LA.
That's awesome. Yeah. And it sounds like, you said you don't have to have a dog to come and like that's a huge mental health benefit, for humans.
Yeah.
Like go pet some dogs. Like
Oh, yeah.
it's it's therapeutic, you know what I mean?
It
So, and
really
like,
is.
and then, you never know, maybe there's that special one there that you fall in love
Hmm.
with, and it is the time to take a dog home, So,
Yeah, exactly. And I think one of the different things about these events too is like it's not like one of those events where like you're at a networking event and people are like, oh, what do you do? Or something like that. The conversations are never like that because
yeah.
they just start with the dogs. And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
people are like, oh, it's so funny. I've seen you like 4 times, but I've never really asked what you've done because we're not really talking about that. So
Yeah.
Aw.
it's a nice vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to get away from, your everyday hustle and bustle, or,
Yeah,
maybe the stress you have of work or whatever else is going on in your life, and just,
yeah,
unwind with fellow dog parents. Like, sounds
exactly.
like a great time.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think that was it, right? That was the
I
last
think that
one.
was it, but we do have a question that we like to ask all
Yeah.
of our guests.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So what is your favorite, in memory of Cotton, what is your favorite memory with him, that you like hold dear to your heart?
Yeah, I love that question. It would be I took him for the first time to see snow in I think it's Mount Angeles it's called. It's
Mm-hmm.
like literally an hour drive. You can get up to snow and my friends usually hike up there with their ski boots and ski down because it's not an official like ski place or anything like that. We just
Yep.
find like a section.
Sweet.
And Cotton was like so excited about this, and he started just walking up with them. And I'd never have him off leash before, so I was really nervous. And I was like, oh my God, like, is he just gonna walk off into the wild? I'm not sure. But he followed them up and then they skied down and then he followed them down. And it was just so
Wow.
cute. And we actually ended up, my friends and I, after he passed, I hiked up there, which I've never done before because I'm usually the one that waits at the bottom and just watches but I hiked up there and I spread his ashes at that exact spot because that was like a really
Wow.
special moment for us. So
That's
yeah.
incredible.
That might be the best answer we've gotten.
Yeah, that was pretty
That was
good. That
pretty
was pretty
spot
good.
on. Yeah.
Wow,
That's
So
man.
we
that's
call it Cotton's Ridge now, that area.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
so
Oh,
good.
that's
That's
awesome.
Cotton's Ridge. I'll have to go up to Cotton's
Man.
Ridge sometime with my
Yeah.
dog. Get some snow action. That's so cool.
I
So
mean, it's like great options, like only an hour drive and
yeah.
you get to see snow. It's so good.
Yeah, it's
That's
not as far
awesome.
as Big Bear, right? Like
No.
it's kind of yeah, but same area-ish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's cool. And
Yeah.
you're not a skier?
I'm not. I like my knees dislocate really easily, so I'm not meant to be doing like ski stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm more of like the après, I'm just at the bottom. Yeah,
That's right.
drinking,
Uh-huh.
eating this food. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's also fun too.
Yeah. Sometimes I
yeah,
just go for a one run, and then I go
Yeah.
and just start hanging out, so there's something for
exactly,
everybody there,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much. That wraps up all our questions for you, but just wanted to give you another opportunity to shout out your social media handles, website, everything. So let them
Yes,
hear it.
yes, definitely. Follow us on Dogs Only Social Club, both on Instagram and TikTok, one word, or dogsonlysocialclub.com. We post all of our events there as well. And then you can also sign up to our mailing list on dogsonlysocialclub.com. And I email out every week all of our events. And then you also get first access to the events too, which for some of them, like our pack hikes, because they're smaller capacity, like 15 to 20 dogs, they fill up really quickly, like within 15 minutes of me posting them. So I
Wow.
usually give people that are subscribed to our mailing list first dibs. So yeah,
Nice.
Awesome.
subscribe and follow us.
Make sure you follow at Fresh Patch as well on all
Yeah.
socials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are watching on YouTube right now. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast, check it out. And then make sure you visit freshpatch.com, get yourself some real grass, or join one of the dog only
Yeah.
social club events in the near
Mhm.
future. Check out the grass for yourself, see if your dog likes it, and go have a good time at the event. That wraps it up for the Potty Talk podcast. Thank you everybody for listening, and we will see you on the next episode.
Thanks for listening to the Potty Time Podcast, brought to you by Fresh Patch. We hope you enjoyed the show. Give us a like or a follow, or shop all of our real grass supplies at freshpatch.com.